Hey guys, welcome back to the fourth episode of Still the Teens, where I'm Anushka.
Hey guys, I'm Samana.
Hey people, I'm Kanishk.
What's up, people? I'm Vigyan.
So, guys, today we have a special guest, Ritesh. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, I am Ritesh Marwadi. Uh, so today I think we're talking about people's entrepreneurial journey, their experiences.
Yep.
Talking about myself, I started getting into business when I was 18. I'm 28 now. So been 10 years.
Oh,
I've been
wow.
in this
Whoa,
field.
that's quite a lot of time.
Yeah, I was like those guys who never studied in college. So I was like a really bad student though. So I have a
Look
couple
where
of
he is
businesses right
now.
now. I have a
It
couple of
seemed to turn
businesses.
out well.
Not really, but I'm just keep. But I just refuse to give up, right? So a couple of my businesses. I think my core business is in the entertainment sector. Exactly 10 years from now, I started that by the name of We Fear Silence, which is also now known as KDM Live. KDM Live is a total
Oh,
nightlife based entertainment company. Talk about artists, events, parties, corporate events, product launches, advertising, ATL, BTL, all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Uh,
Wow.
so that was my first business. It still is, and that's where my passion lies.
I see.
You started that
Um,
when you were 18, right? If I'm
yeah,
not wrong. Yeah, wow.
That's quite a young
God
age.
knows where I
I
would
guess I
be,
gotta
where
start
I will
working
be
2 years after
when I'm
this.
We
18.
should start working now.
Yeah, we should start
Yeah.
working now.
all right, and I have a couple
Okay,
of other businesses.
Uh,
I had Mr. Beans when I like shortly after I started KTM Live, some 7 8 years back. That was more like a college canteen project where we had quality canteens built up for leveling up to international standards. But I opened five of them
wow.
in a span of 1 year, in different colleges,
wow.
different corporate houses. But
Wow.
then, due to the earthquake and the lockdown, the border lockdown that happened during the earthquake,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
sold
yeah.
all my college canteens because a lot of price fluctuations in products, etc. Anyways, and now I got into the tech side because I think that's the future. I have a
Yeah.
website called
Definitely.
ticketymonkeys.com. That's a complete event-based ticketing solutions app. Uh, and
How many
during this
businesses do
lockdown,
you own in total?
I totally have five of them.
Whoa.
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 So yeah,
That's quite a lot.
Look at us.
but yeah, we're just learning.
Serious flex.
So yeah, I recently got into online grocery delivery called Asan Bazaar, but I have like a very small stake. We're taking orders through WhatsApp and Viber and delivering people during this lockdown.
You're still being way
I
more
see.
I
productive than
guess
I
like
will ever
that
be.
would really
And just to
um
enhance the
that
nightlife business that I am into, I took over two pubs
Yeah.
recently. One of them is Casey's Bar in Tamil, and the other is Irish Pub in Lazimpad. Yeah, so
Guys,
that's
go
about
hit him
five.
up.
Sorry?
Oh.
Anushka, you were saying
So,
something? Or Kaneshk if you'd like to go.
oh
yeah.
Or
I
anyone.
mean, I think the grocery business would really boost up about sometime now because of the lockdown. I
Huh.
mean, like, since we can barely go out, people
Exactly.
would, I think, find it more convenient when you have like online grocery shoppings and things like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can get your question again.
Oh, I just
Um,
was wondering if like online shopping and like grocery,
Uh huh.
like your Asan Bazaar, that would get more productive around sometime around now because like people are locked in and like it would be more productive for them as well
Yeah.
to like have groceries kind of delivered or like do it online?
Yeah, definitely. I think that was the sole reason. I mean, we were doing nothing anyways for like the whole first month, and it's actually not my idea. It was one of my friends, like a senior friend. He started it, and I just bought some steak like 2 days back. But yeah, it's doing great. I think
Wow.
Oh wow.
we're delivering almost 5 to 7 people every day with
Oh wow.
uh, good amount of good
That's
amount of
great to start off with.
Yeah, of
yeah,
Yeah,
course.
but
that
I mean,
seems
it's
like a
gonna
good
help a
start.
lot of people.
yeah, but I mean there are days when we end up delivering like 10 people and the whole day is gone because we're delivering till Bhaktapur as well, so
Oh wow.
consumes a lot of time. And we're doing it ourselves. We don't have employees right now, so we're delivering it ourselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, you're being
So,
productive, so
what,
not complaining.
Ritesh, what gave you a motivation to start your own business?
Honestly, I mean, I was one of those students who were never good at studying. I mean, I flunked class 7, 8. But I was upgraded to ninth, and then I went to India, and then I got expelled once, and then somehow I managed to clear my class
Oh,
10th, and then I went to Chandigarh for another 2 years, and then just managed to pass. Like I was never this A grade sort of student, and
Guys, look where he
I
is now. Even though all
yeah,
he's
but
gone
struggles.
through.
I came here back and I started going to ACE, and I was one of the worst students in my class, and
Oh wow.
I've
Yeah,
I've always been those.
That's not a wow.
I was always this
definitely
partying kind of
not.
guy, when I was in India. So one day I happened to just go to a club here in Dharwam at that time. We used to have Club Platinum and iClub, and there were no other clubs.
Yeah.
And I was like, what shitty parties these guys are doing, man. You should go to India. And then the owner heard it and he's like, why don't you do it yourself here? And I'm like,
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
And that's
Damn.
how I started, and I think
Whoa.
I did one
Biggest
event.
motivation ever.
I did one event and I made some money, and I was like happy because that was 6 times my dad gave me in a month. So I was like, wow, that's not bad. And,
Oh.
So you just went
you
like,
know,
oh,
but-
I was the worst student. I'm just gonna be successful from doing nothing. Which you
and
are.
No.
and that's how I started, and but then I once I started doing a couple of those events, I realized I was doing good and I could do even better with every event. And there was always a dream to bring big artists in Nepal, and I thought maybe I could do good, and that's how I started. And never realized then that this would be my core business. But I'm so passionate about organizing events, giving an experience that people don't usually get in Nepal. Like until now,
Yeah.
in the last 6 7 years, you've seen so many artists come into Nepal, and things are changing here. But it didn't happen before that. I
Yeah.
mean, for me, the
S-
breakthrough point
So you
was,
basically wanted to
yeah, go ahead.
so you basically wanted to bring a revolutionary change in the partying system of Nepal.
I think it became the goal later on, but then I always wanted to make a difference, in things I'm doing in the best
Yeah.
possible way. And I think the breakthrough came to
Yeah.
me when I signed up with Sunburn in 2015, and then I brought Steve Aoki in 2017. It was like life
Wow.
changing for me because I mean these are artists. People actually go abroad to see them live. You know, people go to
Yeah.
Thailand, people go to
Yeah.
Bali, and then they want to listen to these artists live. And and if you go to those countries, you're not only spending so much amount of money in traveling and staying and all of that. Plus, the tickets are so expensive. But,
Definitely.
but we're, we
Yes.
we were
Yeah.
selling
Yeah,
tickets for
definitely.
we're selling tickets for Steve Aoki here for like what 3,000 including taxes. That's like $25. You don't even get like a
Yeah.
Nice price.
like a far seat, like the back seat of a show for even $25. They charge
Yeah.
you like $300 for a back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
So
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
that's
Ching
how
ching.
things are
Really
changing, and now
expensive.
people are more used to listening these kind of artists, and then they expect them here. and we just grab the opportunity whenever
Yeah,
they're in Asia.
I see.
Yeah.
Count me in
That's
next time.
cool.
That's pretty.
It's cool.
Cool, yeah.
So, does anyone have any questions? Any more questions?
So yeah, I actually wanted to start my own business where I just, import things from elsewhere and I sell them to the market available in Nepal. So yeah, what could I do that would make my market reach out?
What are you planning on, you said?
Oh yeah, I actually want to
Uh-huh.
start my own business, and anything I could do that would make my, the market just reach out to the people out here. So, because we do have a big market, but
Facts.
Like what kind of stuff?
basically clothes, shoes, accessories.
Yeah, okay. So there are a lot of people doing it, although they have like Facebook and Instagram pages. They're getting it from their friends or family living abroad, and then they send it, and then they sell it here with a good profit margin.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, there's a good market for this. I feel because people love spending money here. I've seen, they have a lot of money, despite this lockdown. I mean, this other day, yesterday, I was just scrolling through my Facebook, and then there's actually a group called Buy and Sell Rolex, and so one guy happened to put a Rolex watch for 7 lakhs, and then there are comments like, okay, DM, I want to buy it, and I'm like, you're going through a lockdown, bro. You want to buy a Rolex right now? So,
People be going crazy.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
I
it,
mean,
if you
like,
can afford it and you want it, you should, So what I'm trying to say here is, if you have a original product, uh, you have a niche market, but yeah, that's good enough to start. And for guys, if like you're like 17, 18 right now, definitely, it's more like a trial phase.
Mm-hmm.
You start something, and you never know. It might just show you the path of what you want to do in life,
Yeah,
or it might
for
just
sure,
give you
for
a good
sure.
experience. If not,
Yeah.
if it doesn't work out, that's fine.
Yeah.
And trust me, experiences come with a high price. I've lost a lot of money in my
Yeah.
life. I've lost a lot of money. Like everything I've earned, I've lost it in a span of like, in a moment. Like I mean, but it's okay because those experiences that I've had, I think no one in my industry has it. So I think I'm one step ahead of these guys in terms of competition because I know what not to do because I did the wrong things.
yeah.
You know.
Learn
I don't
from
know
your
if
Yeah.
you
mistakes, guys.
like. I don't know if you know about the marshmallow incident, but
Yeah,
that was like a big thing.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
So
was
Oh,
I
huge.
yeah.
It
got the
was
Yeah.
artist.
huge.
I bought him here, but he couldn't perform.
Whoa.
Well,
And
you brought
Oh,
him here.
wow.
Guys,
yeah, I
news.
got him here, and he couldn't perform, and I was sent to prison, and a lot of shit happened. The whole club was broken down, and then I had to pay for the whole club. That was like almost $45,000. That's like 50 lakhs, and
Whoa.
Dang.
I
Oh
was,
my god.
I was in prison for 26
Oh.
days, despite the fact I was not guilty.
That's sad.
And
Dang.
and then I
That's
lost
That's
all the money I earned
crazy.
in 6 7 years. So,
that is
but
crazy.
Damn.
but now I know what not to do. Never get a masked guy. Get an artist that does not wear a mask. It came up
You have
expensive,
to
but
see
it
the
did.
face first.
Just brought a
Yeah.
marshmallow 2.0.
But now I won the case against the government, and I proved that he was here, but he was sick, and that is true because I picked him
Yeah.
up myself. So yeah, experience is something that
Whoa.
you definitely need to work on, like from
Whoa.
now, and in the years to
Tell
come.
me you
Once you
saw
start
his
a
face.
business, once you start something, you will start getting into it, and you'll love it. I think I'm so addicted to my work that if I
Yeah.
don't work a day in my office, I'm like, I'm already itchy, with myself. I'm
Crazy.
like, what do I do now? Yeah,
Well,
guys,
I
So
next.
did you
Okay, okay.
start with business, like were you into business from like the very beginning, or like as you started working on it gradually grew and like you
So
wanted to
while
grow
I was
more?
in Ace College, I did an internship for
Mm.
3 months for 2,970 rupees a month. And it was fun. So the challenge was I had to sell insurances to people, life insurances,
Mm.
in Kirtipur. I mean, imagine someone who doesn't even know what an insurance is, and you go and sell them insurance. And they're like, this guy is tricking me, you know?
Mm.
So I couldn't sell shit for 2 months, like literally zero, zero sales, you know?
Oh
Mm.
And
wow.
and then on the third month, I sold almost 27 lakhs.
Whoa, that went 0 to 100
So,
real
Whoa.
quick.
My
Wow.
and then
goodness.
That's quite a raise.
yeah, and
Cool.
That's
then
quite a
these
raise.
guys,
Of
were like, they
course.
wanted to give me a job for 20,000 rupees all of a sudden, and put me in a branch in Baneshwar. And I was like, if this guy can literally raise my salary from 2,970 bucks to 20,000, 25,000 in a span of like 3 months, then I think I'm worth more. And that's when I
Mm.
actually quit the job, and I thought I'll start something. And then this event happened, and I did three of them without registering, and it made me good money. And then I thought maybe yeah, I should register one and maybe follow the path and maybe I could do something about it. But yeah,
Mm.
coming
Yeah.
back from an
Which you
Indian
did.
background, like a family which does not support partying and drinking, so it was sort of a challenge. But now they love me for what I do and they respect me. So all of these things they come when you start something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I think you could start up with a job, with an internship, something that you like. Maybe you want to sell, you want to market, you want to be a Facebook advertising guy or whatever it is. And then later on,
Mm.
during that time, it'll show you that you're interested about it or not, and then you'll start getting into your own thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's true.
So,
Well,
do you
guys.
see scope of like
Sorry.
entrepreneurship in Nepal? Do you see like a good scope in entrepreneurship in Nepal?
Oh, definitely.
In the
So
coming future.
I think Nepal's like a naked country in terms of business, I would say. I mean,
Yeah.
you go to America, you go to India, they've eaten up everything, you know. And Nepal's
Make
like
it
just starting
Yeah.
absolutely
there. I
fully
mean, in
clothed.
terms of entertainment company or industry, I think we're exactly where India was 10 years behind. So it's so clean. You don't have much
Yeah.
competition
Mm.
and you're just about to rise. You talk about, let's say, talk about
Right.
tech. You see India with
Mm.
Flipkart and Amazon and all of these. They have so many websites. They're messed up. We talk about Nepal, like what, four websites,
Mm.
five websites are actually selling.
Right.
You know, there's so much
Yeah.
potential. I think I was lucky
Yep.
to participate in one of this entrepreneur organization Nepal's event called the Global Student Entrepreneur Awards (GSEA). Happens every year,
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
I've heard about it.
yeah, I won it for 3 years back to back. Uh,
Oh wow. Hat
Whoa.
trick.
Wow.
and the first year they sent me to India to compete globally. Um, I came nothing, man. I think just I won for Nepal, but I couldn't do anything globally.
Mm.
Second year I
Yeah.
won, they sent me to United States. I think I was in the top 40, and then I came into top 20. Um,
Oh wow.
but yeah,
Wow.
again,
Good
I
job.
think I ended up top 13, and then I lost. But yeah, and the third year was so funny because I came second only because they said, you can't send the same guy for the third time for the global competition. and
Oh
and then
dang.
they were like, why don't you go as a judge? And I was so lucky. They sent me to Thailand as one of the co-judges for the
Oh
semi-final
wow.
rounds.
Wow.
So
Whoa.
Mm.
uh,
Nice.
I think you start something. You definitely need a good mentor, someone who will
Mm.
nurture you, who will scold you, who will shout at you. But you need that. I was fortunate. I was
Yeah.
lucky. I had a lot of mentors in my life. I still do. My dad being my role model,
Mm.
and I had a couple of entrepreneurs. myself who invested on my projects, and they guided me every day, every week, every hour of my working time. They told me what not to do, and sometimes they told me not to do by making me do things. And this is what you're not supposed to do now. They're like, you fucked
Yeah.
up, but that's okay. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great country to be in. So much of potential. You start something or the other, you'll not go wrong. You definitely make money out of it if you do it the right way.
Make sure
Be
you're
it
not
be it a
broke.
restaurant,
Right.
be it any business, I'm sure, because you have
Yeah.
that space here to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Like for
Right.
example, one of these toy businesses in India, in one of the states in India, I know about them very closely, and these guys they work for 1 rupee a product, 2 rupee a product. The competition is so tight. As a
Whoa.
wholesaler, these guys were like making 50 rupees a box. Like a box has 12 pieces of a toy, for example, and these guys were making 50 rupees a box. And I'm like, what?
What?
Because the competition
Wow.
is so high. Because if you don't sell it, somebody else will.
Yeah.
Right.
But here you have, I think, that space is here. The margin is here. The competition is here, but it's not that tough. I would say. I might be wrong,
Yeah.
but that's what
Yeah.
my experience has told me so far.
Mm.
I guess that's all we have to say.
Yep. Well, I guess we're done for today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ritesh, for being here with us. Really
I'm
appreciate it.
Yeah, and it
thank
really means
It
a
was
lot
great
for
talking to
us
you.
for like you to share your experience, and like it also
Definitely
teaches
learned
us
a
how
lot.
we can learn from our mistakes that we've been going through, and like
Yeah.
if you do a mistake, just to like fall down and come back stronger. And
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Definitely.
to end up, I would definitely say that never give up, no matter what. I mean, just keep on going. I mean, every time I failed, I made sure that I go back and I do that thing right the next time. So yeah,
Right.
and thank you guys for having me on this podcast. It's really nice. Thank you, Divya. I'm more than
Thanks for
happy to
being
speak to you
here.
guys to let you share my experience right now. We're not doing anything in Lucknow. Maybe make the most of it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you guys wanna ask me anything, anytime, feel free to write me on my Instagram. I'm usually there, Ritesh.live. So feel free to ask me, right? If you have any questions.
Yeah.
Guys, go
All
follow
right,
him.
guys.
Thank you.
Have
Okay.
a happy lockdown. Stay
Bye,
safe.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with
Bye.
us.
Great. Thanks. Bye.